Hello everyone. In the previous lecture, we have solved an example on continuous random variable. In this lecture, we will solve another example on continuous random variable with exponential distribution. I'll take it example 2. We will find the probability density function and cumulative distribution function of a random variable which is of exponential distribution. A random variable is said to have an exponential distribution if its PDF is of the form lambda e power minus lambda x. So we will write f(x) of x is equal to lambda e power minus lambda x for x greater than or equal to 0, and it is 0 for x less than 0. So we can plot this, the PDF, like this: x f(x) of x So if you go on changing the value for x, we will get this curve like this. Now we will find the cumulative distribution function for this, cumulative distribution function CDF for this. First, for x is equal to infinity, cumulative distribution function is f(x) of x is equal to 0 to infinity f(x) of x for x is equal to infinity. So we will get 0 to infinity lambda e power minus lambda x. This will be equal to 1. Next, x varying from 0 to infinity. So the CDF f(x) of x will be 0 to x. It will be from 0 to x f(x) of x, that is lambda e power minus lambda x. So if I integrate this, I'll get lambda e power minus lambda x divided by lambda, that is minus lambda. So we will have a minus here. So if I cancel this, I'll get e power minus lambda x f(x) of x is equal to e power minus lambda x from 0 to x. So upper limit lower minus lower limit, I'll get minus e power minus lambda x plus e power 0, that is 1. So I'll get 1 minus e power minus lambda x. 1 minus e power minus lambda x. So I can write the cumulative distribution function f(x) of x as 1 minus e power minus lambda x for x greater than or equal to 0. And for less than 0 it is 0, x less than 0. So if I plot this, the cumulative distribution function f(x) of x, it is 1 minus e power minus lambda x. Keep on changing the value for x and get the curve like this. So this is a cumulative distribution function for exponential distribution. The next kind of random variable is discrete random variable. We'll call it DRV. In continuous random variable, the cumulative distribution function is of a continuous type. Now here in discrete random variable, it has discrete probabilities. In discrete random variable, it has the discrete probabilities. So I can write an example for this. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a discrete random type. It has discrete values. Continuous means I can write for continuous random variable, I can write directly. It has 1 to 4. It is continuous type from 1 to 4. It can take any value between 1 to 4. But here in discrete probabilities or discrete random variable, it has only 4 values, that is 1, 2, 3, 4. So it is a discrete random variable. So I can write the probability density function for this discrete random variable as f(x) of x is equal to probability of x is equal to 1 dou delta x minus 1. Plus probability x is equal to 2 delta x minus 2 plus p of x is equal to 3 delta x minus 3 plus probability x is equal to 4 delta x minus 4. This is how we write the probability density function for discrete probabilities. So I can write this as f(x) of x is equal to p of xi del x minus xi. I is equal to 1 to n. And or else I can write this in another way as pi del delta x minus xi. I is equal to 1 to n. This is the probability density function for a discrete probability, so discrete random variables. We'll take an example on this. A table is given. This is a random variable, independent variable. P x is equal to x. Here this x is a random variable and this is an independent variable. So here it has xa, xb, xc and 0.24 values, 0.32, 0.4. I need to find the probability density function and cumulative distribution for this. So first I can write this as probability of x is equal to xa plus probability of x is equal to xb plus probability of x is equal to xc is equal to 1. The sum of the probabilities of the observation of a random variable will be equal to 1. So Sx is equal to xa, xb, xc. This is the sample space of the observations. This contains the list of observations of the random variables. And here we have values at xa, xb and xc only. No other values. So as it contains the discrete probabilities, it is a discrete random variable. And also I can write this as P of Pi is equal to P of x is equal to xi. This means the probability associated with the discrete random variable. Probability associated with discrete random variable. We are calling it as Pi. The probability Pi associated with discrete random variable is called probability mass function. In short form, I can write it as PMF. Okay. Now we will write the probability density function and cumulative distribution function for this. Probability density, first we will write the cumulative distribution function. This can be written in terms of unit step function, the cumulative distribution function. First I will plot this. X, xa, xb, xc. This is f x of x. Now for xa we have value 0.24. So at 0.24 we have a unit step function. This is with respect to time. Now for xb we have 0.32. 0.32 means it will be written as 0.32 plus 0.24, that is 0.56. 0.56. Next will be written in terms of 0.56 plus 0.44, that is 1. So we will tell the sum of the probabilities will be equal to 1. Okay. So this can be written as f x of x is equal to probability of x is equal to xa, u of x minus xa, that is the unit step function, plus the probability x is equal to xb, u of x minus xb, plus the probability x is equal to xc, u of x minus xc. As it is a plus here, and the probabilities x minus xa plus x minus xb, this is the plot for the cumulative distribution function. Now we want the probability density function, that is f x of x. It is the d by dx of fx of x, that is the differentiation of the cumulative distribution function. So this we will get probability of x is equal to xa delta of x minus xa plus p of x is equal to xb delta of x minus xb less p of x is equal to xc delta x minus xc. So this is a unit impulse function. This is a unit step function. So the cumulative distribution function is written using the unit step function, and this is the plot further. The probability density function will be the differentiation of the cumulative distribution function, and we will get the unit impulse function. In the probability density function, the area under the PDF curve will be equal to 1. So if I plot this, I'll get f x of x as at xa, xb, xc. The area under the PDF curve will be equal to 1, and it is represented with an arrow mark, the unit impulse function. The area under the probability density function is all 1. All the variables are 1 here. Okay. So, but the strength of the signal, we will write it as 0.24, 0.32, 0.44. So this is the probability density function plot. The unit impulse function and the unit step function. Now we will see the probability density function and cumulative density function for a Bernoulli's random experiment. In Bernoulli's random experiment, the trial consists of only two values, that is on or off, or accept or reject. So a random variable can be of A or A bar. So the sample space contains A, comma A bar. So we can write this as A union A bar is equal to S. A intersection A bar will be the phi, that is the impossible event. Okay, the probability of A will be 1. The probability of A bar will be 0. If I consider a random variable for this function, random variable function, then I can write x of A will be 1, x of A bar will be 0. Then the probabilities for this can be written as P of x is equal to 1 will be, probability of x is equal to 1 will be P, and the probability of x is equal to 0 will be Q. Let us take. Okay. The probability of x is equal to 1 is P, probability of x is equal to 0 is Q. Then P plus Q must be equal to 1. This is the Bernoulli's random experiment. So here we can write the probability density function as f(x) of x is equal to q of x q delta of x plus p delta of x minus 1, and the cumulative distribution function f(x) of x as q u of x plus p u of x minus 1. So if there are n number of trials made for this Bernoulli's random experiment, we can write it as y is equal to I is equal to 1 to n xi. Means if x takes a value 1 will be added to y. If an outcome of the experiment is 1, then 1 will be added to y, means a. If it takes a value 0, then 0 will be added to y. So using that, the probability density function can be written as